Hello, this video is a short tutorial on cubism in photography. Cubism is an art form popularized by Pablo Picasso about a century ago. And we are going to look at this in terms of photography and how do we turn a photograph into a cubist piece of art. Now, for this cubism assignment, you're going to begin with some sort of photograph that has a strong subject in it. It could be a pet, it could be a portrait of a person, it could be something that you love, like a musical instrument that you play, some sort of vehicle that you have, maybe a classic car that your family has, or a bicycle that you love and built from scratch. And what you're first going to do is you're going to pick that photograph and you're going to open it up inside of Photoshop. If you would like, make a copy of the background just in case you have any issues with it. But the first thing that I'm going to do is to take my rectangular marquee tool, which is right here, and I'm going to start picking pieces of this artwork. And let's just start with the dog's face. I can show you kind of what we're doing here. So I'm going to take the dog's face. I'm going to duplicate it. How do you duplicate? You hit Command J. Command J duplicates a layer. And it does not duplicate the entire layer. It only duplicates what is inside the selection in this case. So once I do that, all I have is just the dog's face on a layer by itself. Now, what can I do to that? First thing I do is transform it. So I'm going to hit Command T for the transform tool. And remember, if you just grab a corner and you drag it, it will just keep perspective, but it'll change the size. So I can make it a little bit bigger. I can rotate it a little bit if I want. If I hold down the Command key, I can stretch it a little bit if I wanted to. So I'm doing a little bit of those things. And then when I'm done, I'm going to hit Enter or the check mark right here. Okay, so it looks kind of weird. It's supposed to. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to double click on that layer. Don't click on the name of the layer, but next to it in the gray area. And so then we're going to begin to manipulate just this one layer. It's called layer style, as you've seen before. Elsewhere, do an inner shadow. If I do inner shadow and click on it, I could change the blend mode to multiplicity if I like. And you can see it's putting an edge on it. I can modify it. I can change kind of the choke size, which is kind of like the edge. You can change the whole shape. It adds a bit of shadowing inside. It's called inner shadow, so I guess so. You can also change the color if you want. I wouldn't really worry about that. What else could you do? If you want, you can add a drop shadow. I suggest if you do, you make it pretty, oops, sorry. Oops. If you're going to add a drop shadow, I would not make it too dark, for sure. Okay, let's go back to this inner shadow. Looks like I turned that down too much. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's say I like that. And let's say I'm done. So now I'm done with that. Now, I want to make more tiles. I want to make a lot of them. The whole picture is going to be tiled when I'm done. So let's say the next one I want to do is this lady's hand. Now, if I just hit duplicate right now, Command J, there's nothing there. Because look where I am. I am on the dog head layer. Nothing there. So I have to go back to my background layer again. Click the background layer, hit Command J. Now I just have a copy of just her hand. Command T. Okay. Maybe I'll make your hand a little bit smaller. That's kind of fun. Okay, so then you have options. You can double click on this, add layer styles, or go back to the layer with your dog's head on it. right click, go to copy layer style, go to the layer with the hand, right click, paste layer style. Look, it did it. Amazing. So what do we do from here? We continue to build out tiles. Now, what are some things that we want to do with this? Well, let's say we want to do her eyes, both of them. If you have a portrait and you have two eyes in your portrait, you may want to do one at a time and rotate them. Okay, back to the background layer, Command J. Now, maybe we want to make her eyes really big, but look at this, it's amazing. I have zoomed in. And let's say maybe I don't want to use the exact same layer style, so I'm going to make my own. I'm going to double click on layer 3. I'm going to see what I want to do. Turn things on and off. Do you see something like a stroke? Will add a little line around the edge if you want. You can change the color of it if you want. You could do yellow. I suggest if you do a stroke, you make it tiny. Don't go making it huge, please. Don't do something like that. That's amazingly crazy, man. Okay, what else? Inner shadow? Yes, inner shadow is fun. Okay, maybe drop this down. The opacity, maybe. Okay. Inner glow you could try. Okay. A little outer glow if you really want to. Outer glow, turning the opacity down. Okay, let's zoom back out. That's my eyes. That's great. Maybe on this other hand, he's super huge. Back to my background layer, Command J. I am on a Mac, that's why I say Command instead of Control. I can rotate the hand so it looks like it's going down towards the bag better. Maybe I love this layer style, so I'm going to right click, copy layer, go to 4, paste layer. Okay, I don't love the stroke, so I'm only going to do it a couple places. All right, let's do a couple more. Don't do any tiles that are too large. Keep them manageable. Okay, I wouldn't do anything bigger than maybe like that. Then I'm going to make it larger. And maybe I'm going to skew it a little bit. So what can I do? If I hold down the Command key, I'm going to drag just a copy of it, just like that. And then maybe I'll move it over a little bit. And think about how you want your layers. Sometimes you want to under or over others because a lot of them are going to overlap. I'm going to paste. Okay. Maybe I want another one. The back, that bag in the back. And maybe I'm going to copy the dog layer. I know it's layer 1, so I'm going to copy that style. And no, this is real meticulous, guys. You just have to keep going and going and going. All right, what else do we want to do? Don't do really, really big ones. I want to be able to see movement and angles. I want to see manipulation. I want to see that you really thought about what you're trying to do here. Okay, so I have this dog's leg. Whoops, I don't want a huge, huge leg. Let's say I want to bring it down here. That's kind of fun, huh? Okay, and maybe I want to grab the layer from... How do we turn one layer on at a time? You hold down the Alt Option button, when you click the eyeball, it will just show you that one layer. So I'm going to copy that style. I'm going to go down to the dog leg. There it is. Maybe the next one I'll do the front leg. Back to the background layer when I duplicate. Paste the style. Maybe I want to... Okay, I'm holding down the Shift key and I'm stretching. Stretching this by holding the Shift key down. I'm in the Transform tool. Check mark to get out of it. Maybe I want to do more with the dog's body. I haven't. And I want to do all the things. Let me redo that one so I can get above the dog's body a little bit. I want to make sure I do all my subjects. So like if you decide you're going to do a musical instrument, for example, you can do a guitar maybe. Oh, that's not going to work. I can't transform until after I make the copy. I'm going to screw it up. Made a copy. Now I'm going to transform. That's kind of fun, huh? Rotate this a little bit, just angle it together. Okay. And then I'm gonna right click, paste style. All right, what else can I do here? I don't know. Top of her head. Top of her head, that might be fun. This is a picture I shot in Amsterdam. I was outside of the Reich Museum. Okay, I screwed that one up. Let me redo it. I was outside the Reich Museum where they had the Rembrandts near the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam. I went there with my dad a couple years ago now. It was kind of fun. We went to Amsterdam and we spent some time in Romania as well. What am I doing here? I think I'll screw something up. All right. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I can move it around a little bit. V, remember V is the move tool. And then maybe I can make it bigger. And you can move it around so it's right, kind of right above her head. There. Hit enter. Transform tool. I'm gonna go find this one. Where's this one at? There it is. It's layer 5. I clicked right on it and it highlighted it. So duplicate or copy. Sorry, layer style. Go back down here. Paste layer style. All right, guys. I think you're gonna get the gist of this. I want you to do the whole picture. Tile the whole picture. Okay. For the assignment, if you're here through YouTube and you're here just to learn about cubism and photography and how to do it, this is Photoshop CC. What CC is it? CC 2021. 2021. Okay. So I'll put that in the notes, of course. But so maybe I want to make that a little bit bigger. And then I want to paste layer styles. Okay, so once you do the entire picture, and my picture's not done, guys, you need at least 12 to 18 tiles for the assignment that I'm having my students do. Once you're done with that, what you can do is you can go to your adjustment layers, and I like to do this as well. Go to your adjustment layers, go to hue and saturation. There's a button here that says colorize. Click colorize. And you have to be on the top layer to do it correctly, so let me get out of here. Hold on. Okay. Delete. Yes, I want to delete it. Okay, back to my layers. Sorry about that. I wasn't on the top layer. Go back here. Make sure you're on whatever layer's on top. And then add a hue and adjustment layer at the top. Colorize. Pick something you like. Okay, consider doing that. I'd probably leave lightness probably somewhere in the middle. Saturation. Okay, make sure colorize is on. It will give it a sepia tone, or you could do some other kind of fun things. I like the look of this. Okay, now once you do all of that and you get out of there and you go back to your layers, if you want to tone it down a little bit, you can change your opacity of the layer. Up or down, change it 50%, 75%, 60%. Maybe you just want a little bit like that. It's up to you. You can also change these blend mode on this layer and really have fun with it. Okay. So you have lots of options, friends. Okay, let me know if you have questions. Any questions you might have, let me know. And I hope this helps. Okay, don't forget, tile the entire image, not just what I did. I'm just doing this for a demo, so you're not watching a video for half an hour while I do the whole thing. Thanks so much.